Hey everyone, welcome back again to another YouTube video here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here because we post motivational content like this. I want to speak to you guys about staying in your lane and why is it so important. Let's get to the straight grit of it. The main reason why you need to stay in your lane is because most people fear change. Alright, most people want to stay in their comfort zone. But when you slowly step out of that, when you slowly start to realize there's something bigger in you, when you slowly recognize that you're jumping out of a place of comfort, that's when you start to realize the most amount of growth, because you consist of a future that hasn't been seen yet, but you slowly start to manifest this by understanding the path that you're on. Most people don't want this to happen in their life because they fear change. They fear from leaving a certain place, a country, maybe it's family, friends, relationships. You know, they fear change. But you have to learn that when it's your time to shine, it is your time to simply stay in your lane. Here's why it's so important. And when people forget that they have to stay in their lane, they get so distracted about everything around them. You know, they get so distracted about what's on the news, what's on social media, you know, You know, they're so full and consumed with all of this energy when they could be using that to, you know, paint or go for a run or, you know, go somewhere that makes them feel happy. And so that's why it's so important that whenever you're staying in your lane, you gravitate towards an unknown force. Gravitate to something of your higher self. You know, you start to connect with the godly, the spiritual. And this is why it's so important, because you're manifesting this. And you're doing this without understanding what the reality is, but you're going at it. And that's the power about simply just being yourself. Simply going after what you were destined to go for. That's what it means to be separated, to be isolated. Now don't get me wrong, guys. Isolation is indeed a gift, okay? Whenever you're isolated, this is why monks, you know, studies showing that monks have isolated themselves. You know, you can even look at it, you know, even biblically when Jesus had fasted, you know, he had to pull himself away from the crowd. He stood in his lane because he knew where the Father was going. So that's the same thing we gotta do. We gotta utilize that synopsis. We gotta understand that every single day when we're going after it, come on guys, it's about sincerely staying in your lane. I don't really have much friends. It's really hard for me to connect with people. It's really hard. And that's because I'm learning to stay in my lane. That's because I'm learning to adapt to change. That's because I'm learning to build myself. Things will slowly start to gravitate towards you the moment you stay in your lane. So stay in your lane. You know, like I said, when I go to the gym, I don't really talk to much people. I just go and I just do my thing and I'm out. That's it. You know, I don't really have any friends. I just simply just connecting with you guys on this YouTube channel and just making content like this. Real to real. That's simple as it is. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and share. If you guys found value from this, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.